Today, I'll guide you through a battle, breaking down my strategy with an AoE team. I've recently replaced my mech with what I consider to be the strongest support for the rare era. Its revamped card lineup now includes Cupid, Lucas, Pink Cheek, Winghorn, Kotaro, and Cottontail. In a previous video, I highlighted the importance of tutor and cycle cards as S-tier choices for AoE teams, and in this session, I'll demonstrate precisely why. If you haven't already, I strongly recommend checking out my previous video where I explore the nuances of constructing an AoE team. Before we continue, let's take a moment to acknowledge the sponsor of this video, my Lunacian code, AxiePros. Using my Lunacian code would mean a lot and greatly support the channel. Also, if you find yourself in need of assistance with team building, feel free to reach out to me on Discord or X. It's completely free of charge. In the battle today, my opponent is using a strong bubble team. It got a big boost in power from the recent game update, making it one of the best teams right now. Interestingly, 7 out of the top 10 teams in the rankings are also using bubble teams. This shows how popular and strong this strategy has become in the game. The bubble team's plan is to build up bubble bombs on their middle Axie using Sponge, aiming to take down my whole team with these bombs. However, I've identified a weakness in my opponent's strategy. They lack a cleanser in their team. This means that if I time my Cupid right and apply the weak effect to their middle Axie, their damage output will decrease by 20%, preventing them from defeating my team in one go. To capitalize on this weakness, I'll strategically use my Lucas and Pink Cheek to redraw Cupid, keeping their Axie weakened for an extended duration. I start first and draw Trifeather on my Bird and Aqua, which is a great draw for me. My opponent also had a good draw and managed to stack 3 bubble bombs in round 1. In the second round, I drew Earwing and utilized its high damage, especially with the Black Sage charm I had pre-applied to it. The Black Sage charm is very effective here as it slows the bubble generation. Additionally, I drew my mech's Lucas, allowing me to position Cupid on the top of my draw pile for the next turn. My opponent attempted to disrupt my strategy by stunning my Aqua with Tiny Turtle. However, I didn't need to use any of my Aqua cards. Instead, I played my mech's Cupid and Kotaro, holding on to Neo with the hope of discarding a Sponge in the next turn. At this point, my opponent is under pressure since they understand they can't secure a victory in the next 2 rounds. They stacked 6 bubble bombs, which is not adequate for a quick win. In the next turn, I got an excellent draw, showcasing the potential strength of my deck. However, it also highlights a major weakness of AoE teams, and that's the slow animation of the game. Unfortunately, time becomes a constraint when trying to draw cards, discard, and play feather daggers. This issue has cost me many battles, and I'm hopeful that the support team addresses it soon. Despite this, I managed to execute a good combo. Playing Ranchu, I drew Cupid again, using Lucas and Pink Cheek, discarded my opponent's Sponge, and dealt a significant amount of damage. At this point, I'm clearly ahead in the battle, and my opponent would need a miracle to turn the tide and win. If you're still with me, the video isn't over. If you enjoyed what you've seen so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more exciting content coming your way. In the following turn, my opponent attempted to draw me toward their backliner by taunting with their cactus and stacking 9 bubble bombs. However, this still wasn't sufficient to inflict significant damage. Given that my opponent was weakened, they would need at least 14 bubble bombs to have a chance at finishing me. In the final turn, I drew the Winghorn for my Aqua, dealing massive damage. I used it to finish off his taunted backliner and drew enough feather daggers to conclude the battle by taking down his mid. At this point, he had no chance, leading to his surrender. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. For assistance, you can find me on Discord or X. See you next time.